Eugene, welcome to the actor's process.
Yeah.
This is the first step of the process, which is going to be an interview and then your monologue.
Okay.
So, you're an actor.
Yeah.
How long have you been acting?
Since 2012.
Not too long.
Not
So,
too long.
what made you get into this crazy business?
Well, ever since I was little, I think I've always been a creative soul. It started off, like your imagination, playing by yourself and everything. But I never thought of it. I wasn't really ambitious when I was growing up anyways, but when I was in that decision after college and took some time off, I had to make a quick decision. It's like, I can't always just stay home or depend on my parents or friends and family. So I was like, I want to do something for myself. So I went through a whole process of jobs I was interested in, but then to end being creative. And at the end of the day too, it's just it's more than just being the creative process of being someone else and just portraying, but more so it's you reach so many people, and so many characters, and I like it when those kind of roles, they reach to me, and I was like, man, I would love to do that. I would love to reach to people where it speaks to them, because acting is more than just making money and just getting all the fame. It's more so it's you touch people and you inspire them to do better. So there's a lot. So that's why I liked acting a lot. You can reach the masses, and you can reach the masses too many, but I just like the creative process. So.
Good. So do you have a goal as an actor, what you really want to do?
I really want to do the whole thing, Mel Gibson or Ben Affleck, acting first and foremost, but directing and writing and just being anything a part of the creative process, making stories that really people can watch and be like, wow, I got something out of that, and just inspire people.
Have you written anything?
I am in the process of writing a lot of stuff. I think in the process of writing a web series called X and Y. It's about guys and girls. X and Y is they're opposites, but how they also work together. The tagline is "Man and woman are not created equal." So it's kind of an interesting take on it. We're trying to make that. Have a couple friends, willing to do it and everything. So
nice. So training. What have you done?
Well, I did a lot of stuff in Richmond. I did. When I started, it was Firehouse Theater, just find a local theater, go to a community college. That was the hardest process, because when you start acting, I realized a lot of actors, when they have a hard level of getting angry, they just go that one level of shouting. And she was telling me level, or someone that I never understood that. And at one point, I had to do the biggest thing in my life, where whether or not it would make or break. And she told me, it's okay guys, I need to do a monologue and a scene together, and I was not prepared. I did not know what to do, the process. So she pretty much kind of called me out a little bit without, calling my name out. She's like, you guys need to do the work. You guys are not doing the work. I felt like crap that night. I thought I was about to quit, actually. She pretty much, I know she was yelling at me. Then I could either quit like I used to, or I could actually done something to improve. And I talked to a friend who was willing to give me lessons, just real quick. So that whole afternoon, I spent my whole day going there. I lived 30 minutes away from there, and it's practice. Then, that night, the night that I was kept practicing, and then the best part was, I was the best in that night. I was a beginner. Everyone was seasoned, in high school, and she even gave me a big kiss, that's what I'm talking about. And that's when I continued on with it, and then I went to Regent University, and Keith Flippin, Gary Manasco, Tidewater, Virginia Beach area coaches, and yeah, so.
Nice. Yeah, I'm from Virginia Beach. So
yeah.
I know all those guys. So I know you haven't been doing this very long, but what's been your most fun on set? What was the most, tell me your funnest sounds awful, the most exciting role that you've done so far?
Oh, well, I think the Death by Gossip one. Just because that's the first time I actually, my role was to make out with someone, but then die, someone that would get hit. So it was kind of interesting. It's well, that's a different take, kind of I'm used to either the extra or speaking and everything, but I was cool, get to make out and just get hit and die. It was interesting because it's my first M2 pictures, and I was it's getting back in the game a little bit after taking a lot of time in school. So I think that's the most interesting so far, but I know there's going to be more interesting adventures.
Oh yeah, it's only begun. So you available to film here on the 25th of September?
Yeah.
Because that's what we're going to do, the second part. And the third part, where you'll actually be trained by John, and then we'll talk again afterwards to get your reactions on how you feel about your training.
Oh, yeah.
So you got a monologue for me?
I do. Okay.
Step up.
Okay. I am Eugene Paolo Macalma, and I'm from Virginia Beach, Virginia. Basic principles. No woman wakes up saying, man, I wish no man would sweep me off my feet today. Well, they're wrong. But she can say, you know, like she doesn't have time, she needs space. Or my personal favorite, I'm into my career right now. Do you believe that? Neither does she. So, you know she's lying to you, right? She doesn't need time. There's no right time. She doesn't need space. But she may be into her career. But, however, you know what she's doing? She's telling you, get away from me now. Or try harder. You see, she's lying to you. And what you got to do is you have to actually go talk to her, be in the moment. You know, talking is, you know, communication is 60% of it is nonverbal. 30% of it is tone. So the 90% that you're talking is actually not coming out of your mouth. So yeah, she's lying to you. Yeah, she's a nice person. And you have to thank her for that. Because what's she going to say? She doesn't know you yet. Luckily, she's like everyone else. Even the most beautiful woman in the world doesn't even know what she wants until she sees it. And that's why I'm here. Because that's what I do, to make her see it. Basic principles. No matter what it is, no matter where, who, and why, any man can sweep any woman off their feet. He just needs the right broom.